वागीशाद्या सुमनसः सर्वार्थानामुपक्रमे यं नत्वा कृतकृत्या स्युः नमामि गजाननं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां योगिनं विश्वनाथाख्यम् अस्मत्तातस्वरूपिणम् आत्मलाभात् परं लाभं वक्तारं न कदाचन गीतार्थग्रन्थकर्तारं श्रीगुरुं प्रणमाम्यहं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मे वाचं धृतिं बुद्धिं प्रचोदयात् ओं नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमः. We are in Narayaniyam Shlokas part 5. We are in shloka number 16 of our selection. This goes to Dashaka number 98, shloka number 8. Yadbhityodeti suryo dakhati cha dakhano vati vayustatanye yadbhitav patmajadhyav punaruchita balin aharante nukalam yenaivaropitav prag nijapadamapite chavitarascha paschat tasmai vishvam niyantre vayamapi bhavate krishna kurmah pranamam bhavate krishna kurmah pramanam. That is the main sentence here. Hey Krishna, I am we are making prostrations to you. Now he is describing Krishna, the form, in an absolute term. That is Yadbhityodeti suryaha, Yadbhitya udeti suryaha, by whose fear, Yadbhitya, by whose fear, udeti suryaha, suryaha udeti, the sun rises. Sun rises because of him, by fear of him. This is an echo of a Vedic sentence from Upanishad. Bhishasmat vatah pavate vatodeti suryaham. You see, Bhishasmat vatah pavate bhitodeti suryaha Bhishasmat agnischendrascha. By fear of the absolute, Agni heats you, Surya rises, sun rises. So goes on the Upanishad sentence. Yadbhityodeti suryaha dakhati cha dakhano. The Agni heats, dakhanaha dakhati. Why is the fire? Why is Agni? Is is hot? Why is fire hot? Because of the absolute, because of the absolute strength, the power given to it by the absolute. Dakhati cha dakhano vati vayus tathanye. Vati vayuhu. Wind blows because of that absolute, of the fear of that absolute. Anye yadbhitaha padmajadhyaha punaruchita balin aharante nukalam. By this fear of that absolute, padmajadhyaha, Brahma and the others, Padmaja Adhyaha, Brahma and the others, Punaruchita Balin, they are being assigned particular duties again and again. They are being assigned. In the previous kalpa, they are assigned a duty. In the next kalpa, again they are assigned another duty. Same, Punaruchita Balin. Each one has been assigned a particular duty. Varuna has been assigned the duty of giving water and being cold. Agni being hot and heating up everything. So, Padmaja Adhyaha, Brahma to Srishti, to do Srishti. Bali Naharante Nukalam. They don't default. They don't default. Yenaivaropita prag nijapadam apite. These people have been put in their place, have been assigned their place, have been given their position by that absolute. Yena eva aropitaha prag. In the beginning, they have been given their positions. Nija padam apite chavitaharascha paschat. Originally, they are given that position. In due time, they are taken away from that position. Chavitaharascha paschat. Paschat, afterwards, they are removed from the same position. You see, Brahma is a position, Agni is a position, Varuna is a position, Indra is a position. They are not divines in the Western sense of the word. They are also beings like us, except that they have more powers than what we are. They have divinely powers that have been given by that Absolute. So that is why Prang Nijapadam Apite Aropita. They have been raised to that position originally, and then later they are also removed by that from that position. Who is doing all that? That Tasmai, that reality. Krishna, he addresses that as Krishna. Vishwam Niyantre. He is the monitor of the whole world. Vishwam Niyantre. Vayamapi bhavate Krishna kurma pramanam. We also prostrate before that Krishna. So it's a very modest, prayerful contemplation. It's very useful. Go to the next sloka. 17. That is in the same 98th dashaka, the next sloka. Trailokyam bhavayantam trigunamayamidam triksharasyaikavachyam trishanam aikyarupam tribirapi nigamaihi giyamana swarupam tisrovasthabidantam Triyuga Janijusham Trikramakranta Vishwam Traikalye Bedahinam Tribirahamanisham Yoga Bedair Vajayetvam. It's very interesting to know that Kamban in Tamil, in Kamba Ramayanam, in the Yuddhakanda of his Ramayana, he puts these things, the exact, almost this thing, in the words of Vibhishana. Yes, when Ravana goes off in his own ways and Vibhishana wants to correct him, he is not able to. He narrates the entire story of Prahlad, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad, that narration of that thing to Ravana, in order to conclude, look, even that great Hiranyakashipu went this way. I mean, you are not greater than Hiranyakashipu. After all, they are both the same, the two avatars. Anyway, so in that narration, Prahlada tells Hiranyakashipu this shloka, this Tamil, corresponding Tamil will be very interesting. Now, Trailokyam bhavayantam. You are the one who has created, who has thought of the three worlds, Trailokyam. So you are the one who is represented in the three worlds. You are the three worlds. Trailokyam bhavayantam trigunamayamidam. You are the three qualities, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. What are they? They have emanated from you. Trigunamayam idam. This world, whole universe is Trigunamayam. Is made up of, is composed of, comprised of these three gunas. Trigunamayam idam triaksharasyaika vachyam. There is only one syllable, but it has three aksharas. A, U, Ma. The three aksharas are there in that one word, ekavachyam, and you are described by that ekavachya. You are described by this universe, it is made up of three gunas. You are represented by the three worlds, the upar, this one, and then the niche. These three, another world. Trishanam aikya rupam. Trishanam aikya rupam. The three great divinities, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, the three great divinities, their union, their aikya, ekarupam, your one rupa has manifested into three forms, into Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Trishanam aikya rupam, there is only one rupa. Tribirapi nigamaihi diyamana swarupam. Tribirapi nigamaihi, by three Vedas. Nigamaihi Giyamana Swarupam. Your form is sung by the three Vedas. Tribirapi Nigamaihi Giyamana Swarupam Tisrovastha Vidantam. You are manifesting yourself in the three avasthas. What are the three avasthas? Three states of consciousness. The Jagrat state, the waking state, the dreaming state, Swapna Avastha, and the sleeping state, the Nidra Avastha. So, Tisro Avastha Vedantam. In the three states, who is the one that gives me consciousness to know that I am in that state? You are the one. You are the consciousness. Tisro Avastha Vedantam Triyuga Janijusham. You have made avatars. You have born. You have taken a birth by your own will in the three yugas. You see, in Krita Yuga in one way, in the Nrisimha avatar, in the Treta Yuga as Rama avatar, in the Dwapara Yuga as Krishna avatar. Tri Yuga Janijusham Trikrama Kranta Vishwam. By your three steps, Trikrama, by your three steps, you made the three, trampled the whole three worlds. Trikrama Kranta Vishwam. The whole world has been strided by you into three steps. Traikalye Bedahinam. Traikalye, past, present and future. Traikalye Bedahinam. You are not different. You have no difference. You cannot be distinguished as you were in the past, you are in the present, you will be in the future. No, there is no question. You are always there. So, Traikalye Bedaginam, you have no distinction. You cannot be differentiated as a past, present or future thing. There is nothing. Tribiraham Anisham Yoga Bede Irbaje Twam Aham Anisham, always. Tribihi Yoga Bedai. Tribihi Yoga Bedai. I am going to worship you. I am worshipping you. Tvam Bhaje. I worship you by three yogas. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. By all the three yogas, I am only worshipping you. Tribiraham Anisham Yoga Bedai Bhaje Tvam. What else do you want? As a summary of the whole Hindu religion, look at Bhattatri. Bhattatri has coined this, composed this. Of course, it goes back to the Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavatam, you have the essence of all these things. They are in different places. He brings that here. And Kamban also has done the exact thing in Tamil. And it's a very interesting thing. Trailokyam bhavayantam trigunamayamidam triksharasyeka vachyam. Teach the shloka to young children and try to tell the meaning and explain the meaning in the various elaborate ways to a child. You have taught the whole Hindu religion to the child. This one shloka. Because the Sattva, Rajas, Tamas qualities are there. The three worlds are there. Three Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva are there. Om is there, right? And three Vedas are there. Tribirabi, Niyame Giyamana Swarupam, Tisrovastha Vedantam. The three states of consciousness is there. Philosophy is there. Triyuga Janijisham, cosmic mythology is there. Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga. And the three avatars are there. Trikrama Kranta Vishwam, Puranic lore of Vamana avatar is there. Everything is here. To the child, just one shloka and the meaning and the elaboration of that meaning. One day, Trailokyam Bhavayantam, one day, it will take an hour to explain. Trigunamayamidam, you will take another one day. Go on every day, explain that. Beautiful shloka. And for us, for our meditation. We go to the next shloka, which is going to be my 5-star shloka among the 36 shlokas. Among the 36 shlokas, this shloka which I have selected, 91 number 3. That is Dashaka 91, shloka number 3. So my 18th shloka. Bhitirnama dvitiyat bhavati nanu manaha kalpitam cha dvitiyam tenaikyabhyasa shilo hridayamiha yata shakti buddhya nirundhyam maya vidhetu tasmin punarapina tatha bhati maya adhinatham Tatvam bhaktya mahatya satatam anubhajan ishabhitim vijakyam. Somebody who has listened to my Narayaniyam shlokas, number up to 7th shloka, that is the part 1 and part 2, they asked me, where is Advaita here? This is Advaita. You are speaking in Advaita, and you said Narayaniyam slokas you have selected as a depiction of Advaita. Where is Advaita here? You are coming to it now. Bhitirnama dvitiyat bhavati nanu manah kalpitam cha dvitiyam. Manah kalpitam cha dvitiyam. Underline that. Highlight it. Manah kalpitam cha dvitiyam. This is the logo of Advaita. For Advaita Academy, we should have Manah kalpitam cha dvitiyam as our logo. What does it mean? This number 2, that is dvitiyam, any second is a mental imagination. That's what it says. Manah kalpitam cha dvitiyam, any second. The moment you think of number, there is a second one, that is imagination. There is no second. Manaha kalpitam cha dvitiyam. So this is the Brahma Sutra of Advaita. Manah kalpitam cha dvitiyam. So anything you say as a multiple, as a next, another one, because he explains that Bhitirnama dvitiyat bhavati. Bhitihi, fear. What is called fear? Bhitirnama dvitiyat bhavati. Only when there is a second one, there is fear. When there is only one, there is no, what is fear? When there is only one, there is no fear. You know, in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the absolute was there. So Bibet, I am now reading Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Tasmat ekaki bibeti. When you are alone, sometimes you think that I am afraid. Saha, I am Ichan Chakre. He looked. Then he thought, Yanmadan Yannasi. There is nothing else other than me. So, where am I? Why am I afraid? Kasmannu bibemi iti dvitiyadvai bhayam bhavati. Only when there is a second one, you have to fear. That is why the Taittiriya Upanishad says, do not make any distinction between the Absolute, the Brahman and the Jiva here. Even the iota of difference that you make, that is wrong. Yada vaishajete etasmin udaramantaram kurute athatasya vayam bhavati. The moment you make a difference between that Brahman and this Jiva, even a little, then fear starts. Udaramantaram kurute athatasya vayam bhavati. It shows that. You see, and Taittiriya Upanishad again, yato vacho nivartante apraapya manasa sakha nabibeti kadachaneti. He does not fear any time. Kadachana. Again at another place. Nabibeti kutaschaneti. He does not fear from anything. That is, there is no fear from the space effect. There is no fear from the time effect. Kadachana, kutaschana. Time, space, like that. So, Bhitirnama dvitiyat bhavati. Bhattatri gives you a kind of a epitomized sentence. Bhitirnama, fear, the name fear, what is called fear occurs only from a second one. Dvitiyat bhavati. Tena, therefore, aikyabhyasa shilaha. So what should I do? Aikyabhyasa shilaha. Everything is one. There is only one thing. This conviction I have to get. I have to do some exercise, abhyasa, practice for that, in order to get that conviction. So, aikyabhyasa shilaha, hridayamiha yata shakti buddhya nirundyam. So, I train my mind yata shakti, as far as possible. Yatha shakti buddhya, by my intellect, as far as possible, I am trying to tell my mind that there is only one thing, there is no second. I am controlling my mind. But this mind is not listening to me. Maya viddetu tasmin punarapi na tatha bhati mayadhinatam. The next moment, Maya overcomes me, punarapi, again and again, tata bhati mayadhinatam. Again this Maya overpowers me and my conception of that oneness of everything goes away. Maya vidhetu tasmin punarapi na tata bhati mayadhinatam. You see, this is an experience for all of us who study Advaita. Advaita, we say, understand, aha, wonderful, good, all the Upanishad says everything good, but in practice we are not able to do anything according to that. You see, we are told of a great Sringeri saint when the foreigner or a Muslim invaded and appropriated all the matha and everything, and he had to run for his life. That fellow asked, "Why are you running?" You said, "You are only, you said Advaita, there is only one, there is no second, and so on. Why are you running from me?" And he said, "What I am running, what you said is right, and this is only Maya." So you see, Maya vidhetu tasmin punarapi na tata bhati mayadhinatam. This Maya again overpowers me. Therefore, tati tvam bhaktya. Therefore, O Krishna, bhaktya mahatya, by great devotion, satatam always, anubhajanne, I am worshipping you, isha bhitim vijakhyam, so that in due course of time I can overcome this fear of the second. There is a fear of the second. What is the fear of the second? The second exists, is the conception of which you have to be fearful. That conception has to go. You see, therefore, this shloka is my central core of my selection of 36 shlokas. This tells you why this appearance, why this Maya thing, explanation, all these things, why you have to do all these things. You see, he who knows Brahman sheds fear completely for all time from everything. But we have to transcend the fear of the existence of the second. The existence of the second is only Maya. This conviction does not come easily. That is why we have to go through Bhaktya Tattvam. Why Bhakti? Why Bhakti? You know, Advaita has said everything. What is there in Bhakti? You should not say that. Bhaktya Mahatya Satatam Amrijam. Only by Bhakti you can go to Advaita. And then I have selected another shloka, 98, number 5, a very complicated shloka. Hereafter the shlokas are increasing in complication, but the tattvam is coming now. Shabda brahmeti karmetyanuriti bhagavan kalayityalapanti tvamekam vishvahetum sakalamayataya sarvatha kalpyamanam vedantairyattu geetam purusha parachidatmabhinam tattu tattvam prekshamatrena moola prakriti vikriti krit Krishna tasmai namaste, Krishna tasmai namaste. That's the main thing, right? What do we, now we are thinking of the absolute. Now our level has come up. We are now thinking of the absolute Brahman. In what way are we thinking? There are different conceptions. Now we are coming into philosophy. Shabda Brahmeti, Shabda Brahman. Oh, Shabda. That Brahman, Shabda is Brahman. This is what somebody is saying this. Karma, somebody is saying it is all action. You know, Tilak writes the Gita as the Karma Yoga is the most important thing. Shabda Brahmeti Karmet Anuriti Bhagavan Kalayitya. Anuriti, atom, that is another set of Vaisheshikas. Anuriti Bhagavan Kala, Kalayiti, time. It's all time. only time. Some others are saying Ityalapanti. There are people who say, one is says Sabda Brahma, one is says Karma Brahma, another says Anu, another says Kalaha. Twam, you are being depicted as all of these. This is the reason, cause. Hetu means cause. Vishwaketu, cause of this universe. What caused this universe is the question. People say it is Shabda Brahman, another says Karma, another says Anu, you see, another says Kala. Sakalamayataya sarvata kalpyamanam. But you are immanent in everything. Sakalamayataya, you are everything. Sarvata kalpyamanam. So you can be imagined as anything. You see, different people think of you in this way. Anuriti, Kalayiti, Shabda Brahmayiti, several people. But you are everything. Therefore, you can be imagined in any way. Sarvatha Kalpyamanam. Vedanta Yattu Geetam. In Vedanta, what has been said, what has been sung, Purusha Parachidatma Bhidam Tattu Tattvam. Purusha Para Chit Atma, Purusha, the great person, Purusha, Para Purusha, you see, supreme person, Chiti, consciousness, Atma, self. All these are described in Vedanta. Tattu Tattvam, you see, your Tattva is described as Purusha Para Chiti, you see, the supreme person, bliss, consciousness, etc. Preksha-matrena moola prakriti vikriti kriti. What have you done as an absolute reality? By just an association, by just being proximity. That is, there is a crystal, right? There is a crystal. You put a hibiscus near the crystal. Crystal is white, but the hibiscus is red. Now the crystal appears red, right? So like that, by sheer proximity of the hibiscus, this crystal appears colored. So like that, by your proximity, because you are the one, the Prakriti is associated with you through that Prakriti, by being, you see, just by a look. Preksha matrena. Look should not be interpreted as a physical look. The proximity by the very presence, Preksha matrena, Mula Prakriti is shaken, is animated. And that by that animation, Prakriti Vikriti Kriti. Vikriti happens. All the creation happens. Krishna Tasmai Namaste. That is what it is. So, creation has a built-in duality. But the concept of Advaita has to be in spite of this duality. This duality is certainly there. All these things have been created. Preksha matrena Mula Prakriti. The Mula Prakriti has been animated. We don't know what is animation. Animation, we know in computer language what is animation. But how he animated it, we don't know. By that animation, everything has been created. See, the whole thing is a philosophical understanding of our devotional philosophical understanding. This philosophical understanding has to be there. Otherwise, the ordinary devotion will become into a cult. The ordinary devotion will become into a cult. It may degenerate into a narrow cult. That is why this philosophical understanding has to be there. Everything has come from him. Preksha matrena, he did not do something like this, he did not physically do this, he did not do that. It is all by Preksha matrena Mula Prakriti Vikriti. The Mula Prakriti was just animated by something like putting a switch on, animated, everything happened. And people describe it as Shabda Brahma, Karma, Anu, it's like this. But the Vedanta says there is a Parapurusha Chiti Atma, the bliss, consciousness is there. So this is the way the bhakti takes you to the jnana, to the ultimate. One more sloka and we will be done today. One more sloka. This we come back to the very first dashaka and the third shloka there. Sattvam yattat parabhyam aparikalanatho nirmalam tena tavat bhutair bhutendriyaiste vapuriti bahushaha shruyate vyasavakyam tat swachhatvat yadachadita parasukha chidgarbha nirbhasa rupam tasmin dhanyaramante shrutimati madure sugrahe vigrahete. Tasmin dhanyaramante, blessed people, dhanyaha, tasmin ramante, they enjoy, they revel in that rupa of yours. Shruti mati madhure. Shruti, but for the hearing it is pleasant. Mati, for the mind it is pleasant. So both for the hearing and for the thinking it is pleasant. Sugrahe vigrahete. It is easy to grasp. He is talking about the form of the Lord. The form of the Lord is being described is an impersonal. The form of the Lord itself is taken to be impersonal. So here he is bordering between Advaita and the Visishtadvaita. That is the Saguna and the Nirguna. So Tasmin Dhanya Ramante Shrutimati Madhure Sugrahe Vigrahete. This Vigraha he is describing in terms of absolute like this. Sattvam yattat parabhyam aparikalanato nirmalam tena tavat. Sattvam, you are pure sattva. This is a Visishtadvaita view, by the way. Anyway, Saguna Rupa worship is accepted by Advaita also, because that is the means to go to the Nirguna worship. So, Sattvam, it is a pure sattva, he says. Aparikalanataha parabhyam. Parabhyam, by others. What do you mean by others? Rajas and Tamas. Without admixture. Aparikalanataha parabhyam aparikalanataha. With Rajas and Tamas, it is an admixture. Nirmalam, faultless. By that sattva. Tena tavate bhutair bhutendriyaiste. Your form. He is describing the form of the Lord. He is attributing it. Bhutair bhutendriyaiste. The elements are in it, the 5 elements, the 11 indriyas, bhutendriyahi vapuhu. Your form is made up of the 5 elements and the 11 indriyas. By that sattva. That sattva is unmixed with the parabhyam aparikalanataha. Therefore, this is what Vyasavakya says. Vyasa's Purana says like this in the various places. Tat swachhatvat. It's a very difficult sloka. Tat swachhatvat. By its absolute purity. Swachha. Absolute purity. Yadachadita parasukha chitkarbha nirbhasa rupam. This form is pure sattva. It is pure, absolute purity. Therefore, yadachadita, it hides achadita parasukha chitkarbha nirbhasa rupam. Inside, what is there inside? Parasukha chit. Parasukha means Paramananda. Supreme bliss. That supreme bliss and consciousness is in the Garbha, is in it, is inbuilt into it, embedded into it. That shines by this Rupa, Nirbhasa Rupam. You see, look at Bhattatri. He has Advaita, he has Visishtadvaita, both in him. All of them come flooding into the same shloka and describing the Lord. Therefore, we have to appreciate that. That Rupa, in that form, Tasmin Dhanya Ramante, blessed people revel in it. So he describes the divine form itself as pure consciousness. You see, Parasukha Chiti Garbha Nirbhasa Rupam is the key word here in the whole shloka. Parasukha Chiti means absolute bliss consciousness. Garbha means the underlying, it is embedded in it. Nirbhasa Rupam means your form reveals what? That consciousness, that bliss, that reality, absolute bliss. So that is what Here he is trying to say, to understand it itself by meditating on it, by doing nididhyasana on the shloka will be a great exercise, and we will all be blessed by that kind of meditation and nididhyasana on the shloka. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु।